the mechanics has education and practice with the B&M right now, so that's why we can't be at the station. It's so crowded now in the control booth. But we can be here at the queue area. Valkyria actually has a story. So we are in myth and legends, and that's built on the Norse mythology with the Thor and Odin and those gods. So we have Balder, and then Loki came last year, and Loki was the god that actually could kill Balder. He poisoned an arrow, and a blind god shoot it away, and it killed Balder. And Balder was the most lovable god of all, so that is why it's hitting Balder the swing. So that's why we call it Loki.
Yeah.
So that's quite.
Yeah.
But what about Valkyria? You know about Wagner. You're from Germany as well, of course. So if you listen to the music, actually you can hear Wagner in the background from Wagner's Valkyria, the opera. It's Ima Score that made an amazing job there.
Yeah.
We have actually ordered music from Ima Score since 2013 with the Rabbit Land. So all new attractions have Ima Score themes. And yeah, Valkyria is. Do you know what a Valkyria is? It's like an angel from the Norse mythology that's searching for the bravest fallen warriors, because they need that for Ragnarök, the big battle between gods and demons. So Valkyria goes up in the air and searches over the field for fallen warriors, and when she has found a really brave one, she goes down and picks him up, take him on a flight and put him where he belongs, in Valhalla, where the gods lives. So when you see that the coaster and then hear the story, you actually see that there are quite a good sense of thinking there of the name.
Yeah.
It wasn't the most easy project. You have probably heard about our tunnel.
Yeah.
We had a small tunnel. The city of Gothenburg will have a bigger tunnel. So when I was here working in January, I saw how they dig up the hole, and it came trucks and put the mud away and all the clay, and so a good hole here. And then the next day I passed it again, and the clay and mud was back. So where did they come from? I thought they removed it. And then they removed it again, and then the next day it was still there. So it like came new thing from the ground all the time. They couldn't like remove everything. And it wasn't so easy because we have like this small river here in the middle. So that's quite close to the tunnel, so that like helped the clay to come in. So the engineers had to come up with a new technology to solve the problem. So we were around 10 weeks delayed because of this, and we couldn't like catch in the time because the hole needed to be finished. So the whole project stood still for several weeks because we couldn't continue the rest until the track was finished.
Yeah.
So we had the parts, we had the workers, we had the big expensive cranes that were standing here, but we couldn't like complete the track.
Yeah.
And that was so frustrating for all of us. The guests that had planned to visit us, and a lot of enthusiasts like you that came here for the coaster.
Yeah.
The first thing I had to say to them, we are sorry.
Yeah.
But we have healings and so that we have other things they can ride. So now Valkyria has been open for around a week. Since the 10th, more than a week now. Yeah. And it's run so beautifully well. We hadn't got any problem at all yet. We will see. But if we compare with other coasters and attractions we've been in the park, the first week has always been like tough. I mean, some things is not right and people stand in line. Sorry, we need to close, they have to go back. So we haven't get this on Valkyria yet, so we're really lucky about that. So why did we choose a B&M dive coaster? Well, Balder is an airtime machine. It's not like the first drop is the thing, is the airtime. If you look at Liseberg Banan, it's a family coaster, it's a complete coaster, and look at Helix, it's a coaster that builds up itself, it's getting better and better and better. But we don't have a coaster that like the first thing is the drop thing. Yeah. So we looked at that, and we also looked at other concepts like spinning coaster, indoor coaster, and so. But when we looked at the blueprints, we saw that no, it's not right for us. And when we removed Kanonen, the old Intamin coaster, we couldn't like replace that with a family ride. If we remove a thrill ride, we should replace it with a thrill ride. So then B&M told us, yeah, we have an open slot, that we can build stuff. So Andrea said, yeah, make us a concept, and they came with this blueprint, and I was up in the office that like the first day he got the blueprint. So he said, Pontus, come in here, but if you tell anyone, I will kill you and you will never work here again. And Stefan was in the room as well. So we look at it, it was just like a paper, it was made in computers, you saw like how it would go, and then it was written with a pencil next to it. Here's the uphill, and here's the Immelman and the zero-G roll and so. And then when they decided to, yeah, we build this one. So we are really, really happy. It's the first B&M coaster in Sweden. And it's so smooth. We thought that Helix was a smooth coaster, but if you compare it with this, it's nothing. This is so smooth. It's like slim to the curves. My favorite seat now after 11 rides is front to the left. Because on this turn here under the you really like doing that thing, so you get like an extra turn for it. So that is, if you come back here another day, try to sit like in the front to left.
About the music from Almascore, I think it can be a little bit louder here in the station.
A bit loud? Okay.
So,
it's a bit loud?
Then it can be louder.
Oh, it can be louder.
Yeah,
so
it can be.
It's too low.
It's too low. Yes.
Okay.
Was war euer Eindruck von der Musik hier jetzt? When I compared with Helix, it's dong 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 dong. And I miss it a little bit here. It was too low, a little bit too low.
I can take it further, so we will see if it's higher next time you visit us.
Perhaps I can say a little bit about it, because I wrote an article about Valkyria and Liseberg, and I also talked to Almascore about the soundtrack, and they said yes, it's a very big soundtrack, it's very epic, and it's more than epic, it's not brutal, I don't have the right word, it's not brutal, and they make it a little bit louder and not so noisy in the station to protect the employees, because they're working there the whole day. So it's more. But I think in general you're right. Also in the queue lines, from my opinion, it could be a little bit louder, but they do it on purpose that they slow it down at the station.
We try to protect our employees, of course, with the sound. So when I was a couple of years ago, I was head operator and train leader for Kanonen, the last coaster here. We need to use earplugs because of the screaming from the launch. So if we can reduce the noise, of course it's good for our employees. But here is also the first thing we have here with single rider line. It's not so common in Sweden, so the Swedes are not used to it. So the most common question is, what is a single rider line? So we need to explain it before.
We have the same problem in Germany. It's in America, everyone knows it. In Germany, the fans, yes, but other people, it's a little bit difficult to explain.
So we try to film the train, so that is a good solution for it. And then, of course, we have this more machinery thing of loading, like say you sit there and you sit there and you sit there. The Swedes are not used to that either, but we really want to have the capacity as high as possible, because the biggest complaint we get here at Liseberg is you have too long queue lines. I don't want to wait over 1 hour to ride one ride in Helix and so on. But if you compare now, before Valkyria was built and after, on Helix we have reduced the queue time with 20 minutes. So that's quite good. Yeah. So people standing in line here as well as they do to Helix. On Liseberg later, but modern trains it's quite easy to change the wheels because you have smaller hidden white wheels here on the side, so everything is free here. At Liseberg you don't have these extra wheels, you just have the main wheels. So that takes a real long time to change, but here they just like remove the bolts and check the wheels and put it back again. The problem we had here with Valkyria during tests was that it was too fast. So they needed to have a combination. Do you know about hard and soft wheels?
Yeah. Yeah.
So they needed to find the perfect combination of that to have the right speed. So the G-forces wouldn't be too big and it wasn't too fast in the curves and stuff.
If you have seen the first videos from Valkyria, how fast is it? It was really fast. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really fast. This is so we think that it's faster now than it was original on the videos. Yeah, I would say.
Thank you for everything.
Thank you.